Hello, I'm Steffen, and today I'm going to talk to you about Langfuse custom dashboards, the new feature we are launching today. Langfuse is the open source LLM engineering platform that helps you understand, track, and analyze what your LLM application does. Usually, it's easy to get started with an LLM demo application, but scaling it and still knowing what's going on is a tough problem, and we're here to solve that. Let's dive into our demo application to understand how Langfuse helps you and what custom dashboards will do for that. Within our demo application, we track all interactions that users have with a help widget within our documentation page. They can ask a question, and Langfuse will do their best to answer that. We can track the input and output of each question, and in addition, we use our LLM-as-a-judge feature to automatically score incoming traces and their responses. For example, we see that for this user question, we generated a fairly concise answer that was context relevant and contains no PII data. We do that using multiple automatically running templates or evaluators within LLM-as-a-judge. Different users have different requirements, and that's why today we're launching custom dashboards, which addresses this need. It helps our users to build what they want to see, what they need to know in an easy-to-use interface. Within the dashboards overview, we see Langfuse curated dashboards, for example for latency, and you also see user-created dashboards, for example our demo or our usage management feature. If we dig into a dashboard, we see multiple charts, for example, the latency by use case, the latency by level of observations, and many more that are focused on one specific topic. For the curated dashboards, you can also clone them and then modify them to suit your needs. If you want to create a new dashboard from scratch, go ahead and click New Dashboard. Let's call that My Dashboard, and then hit Create. You start with an empty view and can add a couple of widgets or charts that are relevant to whatever you want to cover. If we hit Add Widget, we can select the ones that were previously created or create a new one from scratch. Here you get an interactive view of what's going on in your chart, and you can explore your data easily. For example, if we want to understand how our observations behave in terms of cost, latency, or many other metrics, that's the place to go. For example, we can track the average total cost of observations by their name and see that the generation span is the most expensive one, prompt embedding having a small contribution to that. So far, so expected. You can change the name and description. You can also explore multiple chart types. And once you're happy with the visualization and the result, you can save the widget and see it in your dashboard. Within the dashboard, feel free to rearrange the widgets, move them to another place, do whatever helps you to get the most insights. What's next in dashboards? We plan to add more chart types, more table types. For example, pivot tables are one big thing, and we continuously add new metrics and new curated dashboards. If you want to use all this query power outside of Langfuse, we also have something for you. We expose the entire functionality of the Langfuse dashboard feature also via our API. To do that, head over into the terminal and we take a look at a sample curl request. For example, here we take the traces, the P95 latency for names for the first 20 days of May. Once I hit enter, I see that the QA trace takes, in a P95 case, about 13 seconds, and also I have a couple dataset runs. To summarize, go ahead and start using custom dashboards today, explore it within your project, and give us feedback on the curated dashboards or on any metrics that you're missing. We're looking forward to see what you build with Langfuse, and thank you.